downtown St. Louis. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Just about to get started. Colson Montgomery digs in now.
Montgomery.
And the home opener is underway. Right through there for a strike.
Ball, that's in.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Right side. Fair ball. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Yordan Alvarez in the box with one away as he takes ball one. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Back-to-back base hits. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. He hauls it in, 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that's the third out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the mound for Houston in this one. Smith. What do you have on him, Chris? Leading off, Michael Massey. And a foul ball.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Checks the swing. Appeal down to third. No swing.
Nope, ball.
Late on that fastball. Check swing, didn't go. And that's ball 3. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive. Way back there. Boom. A monster shot to right. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it! Vinny Pasquantino next up for the Cardinals. Lifted in the air, right center field. Carroll gets under it. 2 down. Here's Ramon Laureano. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Hit in the air out to center field. Carroll in position. And that is that. Back here at Busch Stadium. And stepping in for the Astros, Corbin Carroll. Fouled off left side. Carroll getting the start in center, batting sixth in today's lineup. And so far this season, he's hitting over 360. In the air out to center, and it falls. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, not going to get him. He's in there. Jesus Sanchez up next for the Astros. Just off the inside edge. Swinging a foul straight back. Man at second. And there's one down. Now here is Drake Baldwin. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Oh, one down. That one in the dirt and gets away. No advance, though. Up the middle. Witt slings to first in time. Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over. Jake Bauers up next for the Astros. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the second. Carter Jensen getting ready to hit. And a ground ball to first. It's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Wastes no time there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Starling Marte, the next to hit, takes ball one. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Jensen aboard here at first with nobody out. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. Adios, Peralta. A two-run shot, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. Now it's the right fielder, Jack Caglione. Rip, but it curls foul.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Here in the third and final game of the series.
That's inside ball.
Struck him out without a swing. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Base hit, left center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Kyle.
And now it's Kyle Isbell. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 0-1 now. In the air out towards right center. Carroll under it. 2 down. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's the second baseman, Michael Massey. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. You can kiss it goodbye. Another homer. His second home run of the game. So 2 down. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. That one hammered but pulled foul. The 0-1. Popped up. And that is the third out of the inning. Back here in St. Louis, here's the Astros leadoff man, Colson Montgomery.
Nope, ball.
That's a strike, and the count 1-1.
That's a ball. Hee-haw.
May delivers. Good eye in that spot.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And he chases that one, and one gone. Now it's Dominic Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
That's a ball.
Hit in the air left field. Laureano settles under it. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Doubled his first time up.
That's in. Ball.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
And
Nope,
that's
that's
off
in.
the inside edge. And it's 3-0. Hit hard but foul off to the left. 2 down, nobody on. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Vinny Pasquantino. Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Laureano comes up to hit. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And now the 0-1. Foul ball. Swings and misses. 2 away. Here's the catcher, Carter Jensen. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Just missed.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Ripped to right. And that ends the inning. Back here at Busch Stadium. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Ketel Marte. Hauls it in, 1 away. Here's the third baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. 0 for 1 so far.
Hut.
Out towards right center field. Caglione makes his way towards it. Takes it in for the out. This is Corbin Carroll. Doubled in his first AB. Check swing went around. Strike 1. And that one sliced foul. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. In the air to left center. And that'll do it. Bottom 4. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Starling Marte.
You know, these Cards doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're...
Oh, now this ball is driven into the left center field gap. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jack Caglione next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
That's a
No,
really
ball.
good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one lifted to left. Bowers settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out. So now with one away and a man at second. Now the third baseman, Jonathan India. Ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Kyle Isbell next up for the Cardinals. There's a strike. Gets under it and pops it up. Montgomery has a beat on it. 2 away now. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the second baseman, Michael Massey. That one to first. Smith. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Jesus Sanchez. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Drake Baldwin up next for the Astros. Caglione under it. And there's one away. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Bowers in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Man at second. Way inside.
Ball.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. The 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the Houston lineup turns over. Colson Montgomery, the next to hit. Base knock right field. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. Dom Smith stands in. 1 for 2. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
That's inside. That's a ball.
Good spot for the
it.
hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
You know, these Cardinals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging.
Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A gigantic blast. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. In the air, left field. Bowers on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. There's a line drive to left field. Bowers takes it in for the out. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Now the catcher up to hit, Carter Jensen. Jensen in his rookie season, 22 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2021. Yes, he did. That's a swing. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strike. Top of the 6th inning. So now the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Clips the corner. And that's strike 1.
Well, these Astros looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
here's Ketel Marte. The Stros with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the sixth.
Well, it's
No,
been a
that's
very
hot.
impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
And there's 2 down. So up next, Ildemaro Vargas.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
And misses
that missed.
inside. Rips that one to right. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the Cardinal DH, Starling Marte.
Starling Marte.
High fly ball, right field. Sanchez under this one. And there's 1 down. So digging in, Jack Caglione.
Right fielder, Jack Caglione.
And first offering is fouled off. That one fouled off. The Cardinals up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Swing and a ball line to center. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Handled that down and in breaking ball very well. He saw the break early coming from the other side and just let it get deep enough and drop the barrel on it at the very last moment.
Jonathan India at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Caglione stands at first with 1 out. In the air to left center. Carroll should have this one. And there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Bang! A 2-run homer. So the lineup flips over. And up next for St. Louis, Michael Massey. What a stop. And very nicely done for the out. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Siggy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
And next to hit for Houston, Jesus Sanchez. Late swing, foul to the left.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just... Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Drake Baldwin. On a line out towards center. And that is that. Back here in St. Louis, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Bobby Witt Jr.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
Now pitching for Houston.
Now here's Tyler Rogers out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little
Tyler
tough
Rogers.
coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the score.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. To the warning track. Makes the catch. Vinny Pasquantino next up for the Cardinals. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive. Way back there. He flexes his power with that swing. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ramon Laureano. Swings through that one.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Sanchez under it. And there are two down. Carter Jensen next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 3. Two down, nobody on. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. Out towards right center field. Sanchez on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. 1 for the Cardinals on the solo home run. It's now 9. We go to the
Leading
8th.
off for the
And
Astros,
stepping in for the
right
Astros,
fielder,
Jake Bauers. Well struck right field. Back there. And that one is out of here. And they've got their first run. It's 9-1. Back to the top. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Justin Brule. He's into the game with the bases empty. And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. So next up for Houston. Dominic, looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Miguel Vargas.
Yeehaw!
1 out, bases empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th.
No, that missed. That's the
Brule,
ball.
a 6'2 southpaw, 28 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. He won't get there. That should be extra bases, and that's a double. Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
Ball.
And that's a fair ball. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 9-2.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte.
Ball.
Alvarez leads off first with 1 away. Isbell moving under this one. Takes it in for the out. So up next, Ildemaro Vargas. 0 for 3 in this one. Hit on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. 3rd out. On to the bottom of the 8th. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Yeehaw!
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Not a bad pitch by any means. Down and away, right on the corner of the...
So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Adrian Morejon.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
One away. One out man at first. Here's the third baseman, Jonathan India. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
That's in. Ball.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Here's Marte for one. What a double play that was. We go to the ninth, and stepping in for the Astros, Corbin Carroll. This to third. Nice grab. To first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Just a good job putting the ball in play and then busted down the first baseline, beat the throw pretty easily.
Liner, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
On the ground right side. One at second. Over to first, but he beats it. 2 on with 1 out. Jake. Bauer. There comes a pinch hitter for the Astros. Jake Myers. 1 out, runners at the corners for him. Righty relief. Out of the pen, Ryan Fernandez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Cole in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 on, 1 out.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Struck him out swinging. Now only 1 out remaining. So back to the top of the order. And here is Colson Montgomery.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here at the top of the ninth.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
They're down to their final strike. Laureano settles under this one.